We are in Wellesley and we're going to do some front walkway restoration, Bluestone walkway restoration. This isn't the dirtiest walkway I've ever seen, but it's got the green discoloration, it's got the black discoloration, the moss has overtaken all the joints, and front stoop is pretty green and dirty, so yeah, we're gonna power wash it and put new polymeric sand in. So their sprinkler systems won't shut off. So for us to have water to do the cleaning of the property, these guys have to be spraying the whole time, which is fine. I'm just gonna put a bucket over that one so it's not spraying us as we go back. We got this guy. Hey, what's up? What's up?
A baby.
So in the backyard, we have Paver patio restoration, some retaining wall cleaning, and a nice grill over here with this Bluestone that's had some lichen buildup. So this, this is a lot of soft washing, then pressure washing, then soft washing again, because I want to break down the organics clinging on to this Bluestone right here. And then for the process of this, I'll probably power wash this first, then post-treatment, versus the front walkway where I'm gonna pre-treat, power wash, and as you guys know, Bluestone versus Paver patios, the process is a little different, and we're gonna document that here, but we should have some great results here cleaning this up.
And how long can you let this dwell?
Indefinitely. If you really wanted to clean this and you didn't own a power washer and you don't mind a gradual result, you could go ahead and if you had something like this, you could do what I'm doing to it right now, and in a couple months it would look a lot cleaner. But I'm doing this to break it down, these organics, and really loosen up how it's like clinging to this Bluestone, that after letting that dwell for 15-20 minutes, it's going to power wash to perfect. So I guess I overcomplicated the answer, but it's just, when it comes to Bluestone, you can't hurt this with this chemical, is what I was saying. So if I can let it dwell for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, that's even preferable. So I'm kind of pre-treating this before I start cleaning anything else, so I can give this the longest dwell time I can before power washing it, and then potentially post-treating it to get that clean I was talking about. So showing before with this, you can see the black discoloration almost dissipating, disappearing to a grayish hue. And then you see the once greenish lichen now turning this white color, and then we'll let that dwell a little longer, and it will just be like mush. You could almost take your fingers and rub it off of this bluestone, versus if you were to power wash it and you know, potentially damage the stone, just trying to use pressure and not use an algicide to break down the organics. But if you're not seeing this, and you're not seeing the black discoloration gone from basically your cleaning solution, for when something's this dirty, it's just not strong enough. Again, 50% sodium hypochlorite at probably 12.5% strength, and then 50% water. So that brings that down to a mix of what we call in the industry 50-50 mix, which is, you know, 6.56% sodium hypochlorite on a surface like that. So, pro tip, if you are an exterior cleaner, I remember I went a couple months without knowing this, but you got your normal gun, and then you got the tennis ball for the dead man's trigger. And that's a lot safer than I have a gun that has no trigger, and you would just manipulate it with this. But the issue with that is that that's a safety concern, because if I'm power washing with a dead man's trigger gun that has no trigger on it, and I trip and fall, and with the power of this power washer, you're just gonna have this gun whipping around, and you could damage stuff, or you could hurt yourself. You know, this roto tip could take your eye out. So it's a lot safer to have this tennis ball in here, that if you drop it, the tennis ball will bounce out. Or if this gun thrashes around at all, this tennis ball will bounce out. So pro tip for safety and productivity. The camera's really picking up here. We have what we just power washed, and then over here where we haven't yet, you still got the weeds, you still got the moss around here, you still got that deep green mildew buildup. And I'm not sure how well the camera's picking it up over here. You know, this looks pretty good. This looks pretty amazing. You know, one could argue that I can power wash this, let it dry, put new polymeric sand in, and that's 1,000 times better than that, versus what I'm gonna do is finish power washing it and then still post treat it, because again, when it comes to even the weeds, the moss, the mildew, yes, I've power washed it, it looks great, it's 99, it's like 98% there, but there's still on a molecular level, if I'm saying that correctly, this, you know, there's still like this organic system, ecosystem on this patio that wasn't fully eradicated by just power washing it. It's like visually gone. So you still want to do the post treatment with the algicide, and I'm not sure how much the camera picks up, or, you know, we're shaded here, but even after I power wash this, I can see myself some power washing lines that I can fan out and go over again with the power washer, so it's not so visual, but still, you know, I want to treat it with the algicide. And when you do that, and if you're here in person, you really see it goes from 98% there clean wise visually to this bright color, because we've really just cleaned the stone. And then I would argue it's a much longer clean. This is a patio restoration. I want to start this patio back off from day one in terms of organics. If this patio was installed today, it's not going to have any kind of ecosystem on it of this mildew, moss, or weeds that grew in. I want to use a strong enough algicide to kill all of that, and even attack some of these weeds, their root system under there, So, you know, one could argue that doing it the way I do it, which I think is the correct way, is going to ensure that weeds aren't really going to pop up anytime sooner, that the patio will stay bright and clean, just like it was brand new stone installed that day. You know, as explained in our quotes, if you ever get a quote from us, we do no leveling of the stone. I'm cleaning what is structurally there and then putting in new polymeric sand, because not every patio is perfect. This looks pretty perfect. There's some stones here that are out of whack, a little funky, and I'm not going to touch those and disturb those the way I see it. You know, I'm not a mason also, I'm an exterior cleaner. The way I see it, if it's been like that for 10 years, it's probably going to stay like that, and I don't really want to mess with anything structurally, but I do want to clean what's here and put new polymeric sand in and get the best effect we can without being a mason, basically. So.
Don't look at me yet.
We're looking at you.
So, can I hold it like this?
Oh yeah, pose with it.
Do I hold it like this?
Snatched.
Snatch. Do I hold it like this?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You gotta get closer. Go, closer. Get closer. Do more.
No.
You gotta finish this patio.
Oh no.
Come on.
I'm scared.
You have a dinner date later. Hurry up.
No.
Hon, you're not all done. The job's not
I
done.
don't want to do anymore.
You're too bad. That's what about when I don't want to do it
I don't wanna
anymore?
hurt it.
You're not gonna. It's stone. It's pavers.
Okay.
You're not gonna hurt it.
Okay, I'm all done.
We're all done.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I feel like I'm making lines.
Oh yeah, you're messing it up. You ruined the patio. All right. I want to take some pictures of you doing it. So 1 second. Good. So now I just want to treat this again to really try to get more of this black discoloration out, and then probably give it another power wash. It should be looking pretty good. Are you filming it?
Yeah, but I feel like you can't see it. Tiny air horse.
Tiny air horse.
Look at its little arms. What is that?
What's going on here? Grill structure and exterior wall. I do want to pre-treat. I'll basically be post-treating this surface and pre-treating this surface because I deem this surface more sensitive in terms of pressure. So I want to use the algicide to break it down and the organics on it, then power wash it. I have to use less pressure and spend less time on a surface versus this, that this isn't gonna fall apart or break apart, or this doesn't have electrical on it. So I'm not, again, I want to power wash this first. Some surfaces I want to pre-treat even though they're pavers, but it's because it's like a paver wall, paver structure, things like that. So. The camera's picking it up. It's a little sunnier over there. You can see on that grill and that retaining wall. I haven't power washed that grill area really at all. If we, I can tell the patio is a lot brighter right now. And then on this side, where this is a pre-treatment, you can see the black discoloration already disintegrating. So, yeah, that's basically it. I'll power wash a little bit of this retaining wall, and then I'll rinse this guy down, and then we'll just let it dry. Hopefully we can do same day polymeric sand today. That will depend on the humidity today. It looks like the sun's about to be perfect where, this might dry up. We still have the front Bluestone walkway to do. We also have to soft wash this roof, so maybe in a couple hours we'll be back here and show today the same day polymeric sand. This is kind of the end result right here for this Bluestone up here. I'm here to wash off organic growth, dirt, and debris. This right here, I don't know what this is, a rust stain. So, yeah, looks pretty good though. So that's it for the cleaning. After the post treatment, I just did a rinsing because if I'm gonna do same day polymeric sand, if I let it dry with that concentration of algicide on it, the algicide is biodegradable, so you could leave it on if you weren't doing same day polymeric sand, if you were coming back the next day or days later. But I want to rinse it down, dilute it, let it dry again, and then the algicide shouldn't compromise the polymeric sand binding and whatever that stuff's made of. But yeah, that's basically it. Let this dry and hopefully we can do the polymeric sand today. We're out front on the Bluestone walkway, and it's a different process than the paver patio. I want to pre-treat this, then power wash it, and that's how we get the best results here. So pay attention closely. I'm gonna move pretty fast. I want to treat this with the algicide, then transition to rinsing down the grass and other sensitive areas, and go from there. So, and again, this is where having someone with the right equipment matters, because you want to be able to treat this as fast as possible with the chemical, and then immediately transition to rinsing. So you'll probably see how quickly we do that. Bluestone patio, ran the surface cleaner, so now I have to dial down the pressure from the power washer. I want basically max pressure for that surface cleaner. That's a 19-inch surface cleaner, so maybe I should be running 16 on it. You can also use different tips on it, but either way, I need max pressure for that. We need to dial it back for the roto tip. So, you know, again, a lot of this process is pre-treating, rinsing, surface cleaning, changing pressure, roto tipping, post-treatment, roto tipping again. It's, you know, it's a lot of bouncing back and forth, but yeah, that's basically it. Because we have to post-treat some of these areas to touch them up, and we'll go from there. So this is the same day. The patio is almost dry. All of this section is dry. A couple spots just here and here are still drying up, but Jackie will start brooming in the polymeric sand in the dry areas and just work her way this way, and that should be dry by the time we get to it. The polymeric sand we're using is the, if you come over here, G2 Intelligent Polymeric Sand, Super Sand, and it's this is the best stuff in my opinion. I've used the Home Depot brand. I've used other Landscape Depot brands. This product says no dust, haze free. That is relatively true. I still wear a mask often when I'm doing a big patio. And it says rapid set technology, rain safe after 15 minutes. And this is a great product. Like I said, it looks better and it's easier and better to work with compared to other brands. And we actually are trying to make contact with one of the reps to do some demos and have him explain to me some of the other polymeric sands that are for bigger joints, or they have some other products that are wet set, so you have to keep the patio wet and then work in this wet polymeric sand. I don't know when to use that or how to use that or why to use that, but it would be nice to meet one of the reps and have him do some demos like that. So that's it. We're gonna get to did a good job putting all this polymeric sand in herself. And I'm here to now just wet it. And yeah, that's it. Power washing, and you don't want to keep blasting it to get out that little line of polymeric sand, because you could really disrupt the underlay of the patio. So at a certain point, you just gotta put the power washer down and grab a screwdriver and just start scraping. You're on video. So, just brooming in the polymeric sand. A lot of this old polymeric sand is pretty stubborn. It's looking pretty good. Jackie, you having fun today?
No.
No?
I want to raise.
You want to raise? Oh, okay. What's up?
Stop videoing.
We're all done. Time to wet the patio. Sorry, Walkway.